I move out to Santa Monica. It's amazing. This is what it was like in the dispensaries.
Welcome to the Nassau Command Center, Mary Jane.
So the second year I was in California, my stomach started giving me some trouble. It seemed to be upset after I ate. I really didn't know what I was eating that was making it upset. Couldn't really figure it out. So I went to a new PCP in Los Angeles. She was on a top 10 best PCPs for LA. Awesome. So I go to see her and she tests me for something that's called H. pylori, which is a bacteria in the stomach. And she said sometimes it causes problems, sometimes it doesn't. Here's an antibiotic that will get rid of it. See if that helps your stomach. Took the antibiotics. Yeah, my stomach felt no different. I asked her tons of questions and she said she probably wouldn't give me a gastroenterology referral because it was probably something I was eating. I'm not sure if she liked how many questions I asked, but again, I needed to ask them.
I don't care.
I'm sorry?
I don't know.
I was just asking.
And I'm very much looking forward to the moment when that stops.
Since my stomach wasn't feeling any better, I just smoked more weed. My third year in California, my body started acting up. One day I had this horrible pain in my elbow and it wouldn't stop. I saw this chiropractor who adjusted it. I wore one of those tennis elbow braces, even though I've never played tennis a day in my life, so I could get through a shift, but it was still super painful and I couldn't rehab the injury. One time after the chiropractor adjusted my elbow, I drove back to my apartment and parked my car and then rolled down all the windows and just smoked a joint because I was in so much pain. And all of a sudden this car pulls up next to me and goes, "Santa Monica College," and I'm like, you know it.
Weed is tight. Weed is tight. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Weed is awesome.
Unfortunately, the same reason he thought I was still in college was the same reason I would later learn why my elbow wouldn't heal.
I'm a 70-year-old woman trapped in the body of a 30-year-old who just needs a minute!
Then I started experiencing rib pain where it hurt to breathe, and I wasn't sure what I had done to cause that injury, but I went to the ER to get an x-ray because it felt like I had cracked a rib. At the ER, I told the doctor, it almost feels like my rib is out of place. And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, well, that's not possible. So that didn't happen. And your x-ray doesn't show any signs of any breaks or fractures. So, you know, I would just take some Advil.
Okay, calm down.
By this time, I was like, okay, I have to move back to Boston and figure out what's wrong with me. First it was my elbow, then it was my rib. Basically, I was falling apart. Yeah. So I moved back home with my mom. She was living about 45 minutes outside of Boston. And we'll refer to these next few years as the dark years. I mean, I had just moved from this to this.
No.
Can you blame me? I went and got my real estate license and then started driving into Boston and doing that commute, and it just got more miserable from there.
I warned you I was lonely, but you didn't seem to care. No, no, no.
But again, real estate worked because I could set my own hours. If I needed to go take a nap in my back seat, I could do that. Basically, my depression was at an all-time high. This was me.
Oh, I just finally cried myself to sleep.
Yeah. Remember, chronics, stay strong, don't give up, you're not alone, and your symptoms are very real and very debilitating. Gentle hugs to everybody. I'll see you guys next time.